Well, hello there. Welcome back, or if this is your first time, just in general, to the basement. The last 2 or 3 days have been very generous in granting subjects to discuss. I have here on my note sheet a great many things. Mostly Marvel, admittedly, but there's some other stuff. We're going to have some fun. Twill be an enjoyable stream. But before we begin, you know what to do. Fill your cup. Light your smoke. Hit the like button. Lean back and relax. Because it is soon time for that movie chat. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this midweek stream. Welcome to the basement. How is everyone? I hope your week has been going well. My week's been okay. Today was a magnificent day. Today, me and Mrs. Chilling got to spend the day with our grandson. Got to take him to the dentist. He was less than thrilled about that part. But other than that, we played, we laughed, he screamed a little, and then he got lunch, and then he passed the fuck out. So, that was a good day. I hope you all had good days as well. As I was saying in the intro, we got a lot to talk about. Look at this motherfucker. That bitch is full. Now, if I was as, I don't know, I guess detailed as Josh, I would have pages of notes, as he tends to have. I prefer a more concise note sheet. Something along the lines of bullet points is really cool. I mean, I'm not that this is a great thing, but I am well aware of my own ability to blather, so I don't really need, like, in-depth points written out for me. I'm long-winded all on my own. Yes, sir. I wonder if I might start pushing this till 9:30 because of Josh's fucking stream. I shouldn't say fucking stream because this is a cool-ass stream. This image shit that he's been talking about is sick. But I have a feeling the two viewers are me watching the stream over here to make sure things stay cool on this way, and my wife over there. Hello, viewer. Ooh, we just popped another two. Yeah. Welcome in, yo. Welcome in. How are you? Quick do that here. Cool. Well, I hope those of you who just joined us are doing well. You are welcome, whether you are just in the mood to lurk or if you feel like participating in the chat. It is all up to you. I just appreciate you being here. There we go. Oh, God damn it, I still forgot to turn on fucking music. Jesus. I haven't been doing this for over a year. I'm new. Oh, and they went away. Oh, well. Brooke! Just getting dinner. Nice. Nice. Wow, is that really what that looks like? Yep. That's got to be dealt with. What you getting for the foods, man? Yeah, it is a little sad that there's no X-Men 97 this week, but on the bright side, I won't get copy struck by Disney anymore. Fucking assholes. Panda Express, nice. Panda Express is pretty tasty. I enjoy it. Teriyaki chicken noodles with Beijing beef. Ooh. That does sound tasty. We went simple tonight. We got some Taco Bell. And it was good. It was tasty. One of the better nights at the closest Taco Bell to here, I would say. I've gotten worse food from them. Not sure if I've gotten better. Maybe. Maybe. But, yeah. So. We have fun stuff. Got a little, if you're into the Monsterverse, we got a little Godzilla news. Got all kinds of Marvel news. And we got a wee bit of Star Wars news to talk about. So, that is what is on the agenda the itinerary, as it were. Where to begin? Okay. Let us begin with the Godzilla news. If you are a fan of the last couple 3 Godzilla movies, 2 of which also had King Kong in them, you will be disappointed to know that the director of those movies is not returning for the next Godzilla and Kong movie. The details that I was able to run across were not much, but I think I can safely say he wasn't fired. I don't know, I think he quit, but I don't know on what terms. But, yeah, so the next Godzilla Kong movie is going to have a new director. Hopefully that person is good. Damn it. Sorry, itch. I had an itch. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is on that. That was just a quick little tidbit. A few of these are just quick little tidbits. Here's another fun little tidbit. There is a rumor going around that Lucasfilm is planning to create a show. Get ready for it. Based off the Knights of the Old Republic. Now, damn it, it's in my eyeball. Ugh. Now, normally, the news of KOTOR coming to a television screen would be really exciting. Like, everyone loved that game. Everyone. There were some dope-ass characters in that game. So the idea of that being on our television screens in the form of a show rather than the form of a video game is, on the surface, quite awesome. Unfortunately, Lucasfilm of late has had, well, when I say of late, it's for the last 7 years, has had a declining reputation to the point where anything they put out, we consider they're guilty until presumed innocent of it being poorly written and poorly executed and just all around crap. And it's their own fault. So, when it comes to KOTOR becoming a show, I find that bittersweet news, I guess. Like, the sweet part is, fuck yeah, KOTOR. The bitter part is, god damn it, it's still Kathleen Kennedy run Lucasfilm about to do this shit. And that track record sucks. A lot. Brooke says, I'm totally down for a potential KOTOR show. Love the lore of the game, even though I never really played it. Skeptical given the situation with the state of Star Wars. Yes. Yep. The concept is fucking sweet. The problem is the execution of Star Wars content has been I'll be nice, lackluster for a while now. So there's that. A bit of Star Wars news, that is like most bits of Star Wars news. Well, can't even say most. a chunk of Star Wars news where it's like, yay, cool idea, but dear God, what are they actually going to do with it? Speaking of, what are they actually going to do with it? We had a new, actually there were 2 new clips of the Acolyte drop today, but I only care about the first one. Because as far as I can tell, there is nothing new in the newest one. Okay, it is muted. Good deal. Actually, I don't think it has to be muted because it's a trailer. Alright, so there's that. We want to do that. Alright. Oop, I'm going to need to turn that back up. Wait. Come here, mouse, you motherfucker. You motherfucker. Come on. Alright, so, and then we do this. Et voila. The newest Acolyte clip that matters.
You attack me without a weapon. Why?
Fair question. There we go. Come on. Bruh. Okay. We are going to dip back into this, but first of all, what do we think? Brooke says, I'm going to see the Acolyte with low expectations. Hopefully they can provide some cool action sequences. Well, at this point, that's one of the things I'm actually most confident in. I've liked all the action sequences I've seen. That's something I'm not worried about. And let's take a look at this puppy again, right? So she whips the knife out at his feet, like, where do you think you're going, bitch? It's business time. Fucking goodbye, babe. We're going to pause right there. Oops. You know what? I'm a fucking moron. Let's do this again. Dipshit. Evidently, I'm having an off. Alright. Says this far and no farther, motherfucker. Serious time for that road. Okay. So far in this this confrontation here, I'm enjoying the fight choreography. It's not the best I've ever seen, but it does not suck. At least not in my opinion. Let us continue.
You attack me without a weapon. Why?
I mean, that's a fair question. Oh, what up, Oh, ha ha. Ha ha ha. You'll be back when this is over. Hey, you're the one that wanted me to convince you to give this a fair shot, so you're not even allowed to leave based on your own desires. Motherfucker. What up, Dub? How are you all doing? Yeah, we're just talking about the Acolyte right now. Real quick, like. I've only talked about 2 little tidbits before this, so we'll go back over those after we're done with this. But yeah, that's like legit a fair question. And when I was watching the replay of the Nerdventure stream, because I was spending the day with my grandson, Josh was like, yeah, why the fuck is she doing that? And I came up with what I think is a valid reason. And, I mean, I don't know that it's the actual reason, but I also don't think this is a stretch. And it's this. She attacked him without a weapon because part of the nature of the dark side is a need to dominate. And what better there's being able to take down a Jedi without using a weapon would definitely show her domination. So that's just my thoughts on it. And also because it appears she was gonna really try and bitch him out by taking his saber and then slaughtering him with it. Again, dominance, dark side behavior, vanity, hubris, thinking she's powerful enough to do such a thing. I wish it hadn't been off screen, but that can only be a little force speed action. But of course they bitched out on it. Now, were this a book, they would be able to describe if both of them were using force speed. However, in live action, that'd be really problematic. We actually want to see the fight, or whether it be hand-to-hand or lightsaber combat, because, you know, force users can basically go fast enough to make everything a blur. So while it definitely would be practical for either of them to use a shit ton more force speed in a realistic fighting situation, in order for us to watch the show, they really can't do that. At least not a ton. Is that the end of it? Yeah. Now, it also is a bit silly that he, like, it's not silly that he disarmed her when it was her intention to disarm him. That was actually kind of cool. Now, why he would just drop them on the ground, knowing she's a force user and that she could just pick them up and whip them at him from now extremely close range, is a little silly, obviously. But, you know, there's also one of those situations where what are you going to do? Hopefully, there's enough awesomeness around that so to turn that into just being a nitpick rather than an actual thing. But we'll see. We'll see about a lot of things. Let's catch up with chat, and then I will get into one more point about that trailer. Is my fucking mouse dying? What is the deal here? All right. Okay, so, yep, Justin being a smartass, but that's all right, because I'm a smartass in his chat, so, you know, what's good for the goose and all that shit, right? Right. Don't dish it out if you can't take it. Pretty simple, right? Right. Everyone greeting each other. Question about Justin, or C-Dub wanting to know if Justin's watching the Wolves and the Mavs. That probably is a really good game. Justin says it, bro, it might be over for me in this show. You're giving up way too easily for someone who wants me to convince you to give the show a chance. Quitter. And he might turn the game on now. Brooke just finished rewatching the first season of House of the Dragons and all of Game of Thrones. Actually, did not like the last season that much of Game of Thrones. Yeah, welcome to the club of pretty much everybody who watched that show. C-Dub says, did you guys see the accidental spoiler in the Acolyte trailer? Would that be the subtitle revealing that May has a twin named, what, Osha or some shit like that? Is that the one you're talking about, Dub? Yeah, I guess her being twins was supposed to be a big old twist, and well, that's fucked now. And they done did it to themselves. Brooke says, yeah, just go into Acolyte with zero expectations and you won't be too disappointed, probably. I mean, normally I would, agree with you a ton. But given Disney's history, I can only agree with you a little bit, Brooke, because I feel the chances of large amounts of disappointment aren't really that small, at least right now, when it comes to Lucasfilm. So, Prez, what's going on, man? What up, Brady? Wait, what hockey game, Dub? I've lost track. Brady Bloomer's in. Welcome, man. What up, y'all? I'm going to try to watch Acolyte with an open mind. Honestly, the trailers alone haven't given me enough to decide if I will dig it or not. That is completely fair. Yep. Well, yeah, but too late. One of the trailers has a big spoiler when the captions are turned on. Yep. I believe it was removed now, C-Dub says. Yeah, but too little too late with the internet. I love you too, brother. Oh, god damn it. I am being just absolutely horrible with maintaining the music volume tonight. I don't know what the fucking deal is. What up, BDBGP? How you feeling tonight, bro? Y'all been killing it on those Battle of the Beats, man. I don't know where you find all these artists, but god damn. You are finding some really skilled people that big acts should be paying a shit ton of money to. Like, for reals. I don't think... Now, granted, I haven't watched all of your battles that you host, not participate in. Oh, Eastern Conference Finals. Cool, Dub. All right. New York Rangers versus the Florida Panthers to go to the Cup. Yeah, I don't care. Who wins, I should say. But I haven't watched all those battles, but the ones I've seen, bruh, there are some severely talented people out there, and you have a knack for finding them. BDBGP says, yes, sir. The Battle of the Beats Tag Team Tournament finale will be this Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern if you want to tune in. Oh, Tag Team Tournament finale? Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to check that out. If I can't hit her live, I'll definitely be checking the replay because that sounds dope as fuck. Justin says, Star Wars is a joke, unfortunately, I'm assuming. Appreciate it, fam. I'm just a talent scout. Well, you're a fucking good scout, man. I mean, think about it. doesn't matter what avenue you're in, finding talent, like people that are good at finding talent are always in high demand. So, and there's people out there to make a fucking living off that. Recruiters, business recruiters, sports recruiters, whatever. It is their job to be finding the good talent, and bringing it to whoever's paying their ass. Yeah. So, Prez says, fire KK. Well, firing her is not going to happen. However, there is a chance. I don't know how big or how small a chance, but there is a chance that when her contract is up this August, 3 months from now, that they will not renew it. That's the hope. A firing is not going to happen now. BDBGP says, absolutely, fam. Enjoy the replay if you can't make the live. Oh, yes. He also says, I feel like Deadpool and Wolverine are going to lead back into another X-Men movie, as well as the success of X-Men 97. Yes, I am actually going to be talking about the X-Men movie later. That's the big subject that I put on the thumbnail. Prez says, can't wait for Deadpool. Oh, I know, bruh. BDBGP says, the movie is going to be amazing. Actually, I was going to say which one you're talking about, but it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure Deadpool and Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine and the upcoming X-Men movie will both be dope. Prez says, get rid of KK. Bring on John or Kevin. Yeah. Well, I mean, there is still the speculation out there that after Secret Wars, Feige going to hop over to Lucasfilm and start handling business. See, here's the thing, though. Yeah, both films, nice. Here's the thing: if they let her, Secret Wars is not coming till at the earliest 27. That's 3 years from now. If they don't renew KK, she's going to be out the door in 3 months. So the question then becomes, how are they going to handle that? I only see 2 ways. One, they extend her for 3 more years until Secret Wars happens, or 2 years at least until Kevin's ready to, be done farting around with it and it's ready to be put in the theater. But probably all 3 years. Or they let her go and put in an interim that knows they're going to be interim, but is still expected to start to fix some shit. And if they're waiting for Kevin, that's really the only 2 ways they can do it. Because they need someone to run that motherfucker. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they handle that. That's why I'm not sure about the whole Kevin going over there thing, is because the covering of the interim is going to be really, how they cover the interim is going to be really fucking weird. Like, we're either going to be stuck with KK or some, not quite top tier executive that they can foist the job off on for a few years, but still have expectations out of them. So that's going to be interesting. C-Dub says, I think they would have gotten rid of KK already if they had someone better. True. I truly don't think many people want the job. No, that's, what up, Griff? There's no proof of that. That's technically only speculation, but honestly, that's the only reason I can see for her actually still having that fucking job, is they literally have no one to replace her because no one fucking wants it. No one wants the reclamation project that Lucasfilm has become. They just don't. I mean, I can't say as I blame them. Like, I can't fucking blame them. I mean, it would take someone... I mean, definitely they would need to be quite skilled in order to start righting the ship that is Lucasfilm. But it's going to take someone that also has a real love of Lucasfilm to want that job. You know, they're going to have to be massive Star Wars fans. They're going to have to be pretty decent-sized Indiana Jones fans. You know? They're going to have to like Willow just a little bit. They're going to want to have to make sure dope-ass games are created. You know, that kind of thing. But right after job skills should come love of the franchises. Because really, that's the only person that would want to handle the mess KK has created. Excuse me. Brooke says Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be really good. I agree. Hopefully the action sequences rival that of Winter Soldier. Well, number one, that would be awesome. Excuse me. Number two, from what I've seen in the trailers and clips and shit we've gotten, if it doesn't quite reach it, I think it's going to be fucking close. Like, is Willow still exiled from Disney Plus? I don't know that the movie is, but yeah, that show is toast. That show is definitely toast. But yeah, that's why it's so hard to find a KK replacement, because finding someone with the skill set necessary and also the love of Star Wars necessary to A, be able to handle that job, and B, want it is a most difficult combination to find. It would seem. Because they haven't fucking done it yet. And there's cannot be any way that the uppers are, it's because they're satisfied with the state of Lucasfilm. There's just no fucking way. If they even have two brain cells that meet, there's no way they can be like, oh yeah, we're keeping her because she's doing a good job. They're keeping her because no one wants that fucking job. Brooke says, I agree, passion is probably key for success in the entertainment. Disney really needs to bring in someone who has a huge love for Star Wars, not some mindless corporate person. Bingo. Bingo. Prez says, be right back. Aye, man. I mean, look at X-Men 97. The literal hater-proof show. Bo DeMeo kept the fuck out of that writer's room. He would not hire you if you did not love the original cartoon. And by extension, the X-Men period. You know? And look what we got because of that. Holy fuck. Look how well that works. Rest of Disney. Fans know what fans want. And if you want to make money and keep your fans, you'd better have skilled fans, mind you. Just can't be any old schmo off the street. Motherfucker has to be able to write a damn story. Okay? Let us not overlook the importance of actual writing skills. But assuming they have those, they better fucking also be a fan of the franchise. If not, have a deep love and abiding respect for it. Because you can either do that and get X-Men 97, or you don't do that. You do the opposite and hire people that either don't care or actively dislike what they're writing about, and you get The Witcher. Or Kenobi. Or that cool sci-fi show that wasn't Star Wars at all that had a Star Wars sticker on it, Andor. You get that. If people don't know the shit and love the shit, that's what you get, is literal. Well, but you get like shit in the bad way. Okay? But in regards to the Acolyte clip, I got one more little thought on that. There are some people out there who do not appreciate Space Trinity, do not appreciate the somewhat... fuck, I'm brain farting like a motherfucker. John Wick style combat or Matrix style combat. They don't think that kind of stuff belongs in Star Wars. I'm going to have to disagree. And here's why. In the EU, now known as Legends, but in the EU, in multiple novels, there was talked about a form of martial art that was evidently the peak form of martial art in the entire fucking galaxy. And it was known as Terras Kasi. Now, the peak practitioners of this martial art, when going up against, normal people, i.e. non-force users, those at the absolute top of that game were basically fucking physically unstoppable without actual firearms. And a lot of them. Being held by a lot of people. Like, they were that fucking badass. So... And obviously, any part of combat training is hand-to-hand. So it would not surprise me that the Jedi trained in Terras Kasi. Now, I'm sure they pared it down to a version that they could accept because there's a lot of ways to deal large amounts of damage up to and including death in a very short amount of time for the top practitioners of Terras Kasi. So I'm sure the Jedi did a little picking and choosing of the parts of Terras Kasi they actually wanted to teach. But there is no way in hell that the Jedi were ignorant of hand-to-hand. Or that they weren't at a really high level of practice in said martial art. So, that is my little rant on why I don't have a problem with Space Trinity or, John Wick Jedi. Minus the firearm part. I'm fucking here for it. Because there's an EU reason for it. So, what do y'all think about that? Are you down for Space Trinity Matrix style fighting for Force users? Just overall, forget that it's happening in the Acolyte. Forget that it's happening in the Acolyte. Yeah, forget that it's happening in the Acolyte. Just in general. How do you feel about you know, that style of martial arts fighting in Star Wars in general. What y'all think? Brooke says, going back to what we were talking about just a little bit ago, they should just love the franchise. If they aren't super familiar with the franchise lore, they can definitely spend time reading up on it. If they're passionate, catching up on hidden lore isn't a problem. That's very true. If that's something they want to, if that's something they're, you know, if they don't love it, that they're highly interested in, then yeah, they will have they should have no problem. Matter of fact, they should have a desire to do the research. Justify says, I'm here for it unless it looks like the shit we just saw. You didn't like that? I thought that, I mean, was it absolute top shelf choreography? No. I will never say it was that. But I don't think it was shit. I don't think it was garbage. I think it was above average choreography. Like I like just the subtle dodge movements that that Jedi dude was doing was I appreciated that. Like moving just enough for her to miss and no more. Wasting zero motion. Which by the way is one of the tenets of that Terrace Kasi I was talking about before. And also a tenet of Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do. No wasted motion. So I appreciated that shit. Brooke says, I'm always for John Wick Matrix style action. I mean, unless it's a period piece, like in the past, like I don't want to be seeing some fucking Matrix style action in a Western. I don't want to see it in like a gangster movie set in the 20s or 30s or 40s or whatever, you know? It doesn't belong in that shit. But in space fantasy, fuck yeah, baby. Doesn't says these are Force users and that's the shit they do. Give Shang-Chi style of fighting, not this bullshit. Okay, I mean, that's valid. Shang-Chi fighting is pretty dope also. That is valid. I could definitely go for that also. But me personally, I don't need that instead of. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely do agree. Shang-Chi style fighting would be fucking awesome. Any more thoughts on the clip in any aspect of it? God damn it. Brady Bloomer says, I remember a scene in the 2D Clone Wars where Mace Windu is using the Force to karate chop the shit out of the droid army. The lightsaber doesn't come out for a long time. I like that stuff. It shows depth. Oh, that's one. Mace Windu just, using his bare hands on those, what are the next step up from the battle droids called? Anyway, those bigger ones with the wrist guns. I'm pretty sure they have a specific name, not just battle droid, but yeah, that was dope. And that, like, literally, the entire Tartakovsky Clone Wars, I think, is the epitome of how we would want to see Force users portrayed on screen. Like, his Jedi were OP as fuck, and it was awesome. It's the kind of shit we have read about them doing in books. Gendy's is the first time I saw anything like that on screen, and it's fucking awesome. Like, I literally just watched that like a couple nights ago, just because I was like, you know what? I'm in the mood for some fucking Gendy. That shit is dope. So yeah, no, I totally agree with you on that one, Brady. T.O. Jones. Well, welcome, T.O. Uncle Jones. Appreciate you coming in. appreciate you even more participating in the chat. The Foxmen are getting a final movie before Secret Wars. Oh, definitely they are. They are definitely doing that. The question is, will it also be morphing into an Avengers versus X-Men movie? That is speculative, a little bit rumored, but a possibility. And God, I hope they fucking do it. That would be so sick. Justified, my guy Justin. I feel you, and I can respect that, but I'm not with it for Jedi's fighting. It's the same issue I had with how Ezra was fighting. Well, that was the issue I had with Ezra was that choreography was like it looked like it got done by like a 12-year-old black belt. And I'm not saying a 12-year-old black belt couldn't fuck me up because they could. They're a fucking black belt. But it kind of had that it had a childish feel to it, you know? That was my big issue with that. I you know, I think the idea of force foo is cool. It just needs to be executed really, really well. So does that to you? That's fair. Totally fair. Totally fair. Oh, yeah, that's right. I left my pen in the other room. One moment, please. Okay. Tio says X-Men versus Avengers will be basically Secret Wars, and of course at the end a team up. I mean, yeah, in Hickman's Secret Wars, it ended up being it ended up being 616 versus the Ultimates, but I think if I recall correctly, a specific X-Men versus Avengers battle led up to that. So I think as part of Time Runs Out, maybe. But yeah. I mean, that's why I think they might do it with this X-Men movie, because that was a very integral part of the lead up to Secret Wars, because it was the battle of the final two universes in existence. And of course, the destruction wrought by that battle destroyed what was left, as we know, and then Doom stole the power from the Beyonders and created Battle World with himself as God Emperor Doom. And as part of the process, gave Thanos the Predator treatment, which I swear if they do not show us during Secret Wars, I'm going to be pissed. Because that is one of the most dope things to happen in that entire run. Thanos talking shit, and Doom just going on his skull. You appear to be mistaken, or something like that. Yeah, it's fucking dope, and I want to see it on screen. All right, talked about that. What do I want to talk about next? All right. Ooh, you know what? I need to look up a little info on this guy. I know he did something cool. Okay. Yeah. Pretty sure this is the dude. Yep. Okay. Yeah. All right. Tio says, and after Secret Wars and all the multiverse stuff, boom, reboot, everything is going to get rebooted, and I mean everything. Oh, yeah. Well, no, it's being described more as a soft reboot, but, I mean, there's a chance a few of the Fox X-Men will stay as X-Men. I mean, they'll have to recast the rest. But, I mean, this is just speculation, but it's really looking like Phase 7 is going to be all about the mutants. Like, all about the mutants. The Avengers are going to take a back seat, and it's going to be mutants, 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 mutants. And I'm fucking here for it. I am most definitely here for it. Okay. All right. So, a little bit more Fantastic Four news has also dropped. They have picked a cinematographer. This individual's name is Jess Hall. And, of course, I have IMDb'd him. What the fuck? Okay. Of course, I have IMDb'd him. And he's got not too bad of a resume here. He did Ghost in the Shell, Hot Fuzz. Well, now, mind you, that wasn't like, a massive cinematic achievement in terms of like, story or whatever, but it was a fun movie and it was shot well. Grindhouse. Monarch Legacy of Monsters. I heard that show was fucking awesome. I don't care about that. WandaVision. Again, what they wanted to do in that show may have been questionable here and there, but how it looked was awesome. Serenity, Ghost in the Shell, The Foreigner, Transcendence. So, I'm not like woohoo, but I have to say I think that's a solid choice. Plenty of good work on that resume. Ooh, viewer count has jumped again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Be ye lurkers or be ye chatters. I appreciate ye. But not ye. I just forget I said anything. Anyway. Brooke says, I read a bit about that part. Was pretty shocked to see how strong God Emperor Doom is. Literally ripping out Thanos' spine goes to show the power of his intellect. And just his fucking power. Period. I mean, a top-level genius, top-level engineer, and top-level sorcerer. Like, he is that close to being enough to knock off Strange and be Sorcerer Supreme. There might even have been a story where he was for a while. I can't remember. Maybe. I think I heard something like that. Not 100 on that, so don't quote me. T.O. Jones says, WandaVision was next level stuff, man. Yeah, that show looked really good. And that's what we're talking about with the cinematographer. How well is that bitch going to be shot? How are the angles going to be good? Is the motion going to be captured well? Whether it's literal mocap or just, people fucking moving. Or what? Or things, Like, I mean, it's a fucking comic book movie. It's got to look right. So, I think this is a solid hire. I mean, I'm not like, holy fuck, but it's a damn solid hire, and I'm down for that. Like, right now, I'm more appreciative of solidity than holy shit at this point, Because you really can't get to holy shit without a solid foundation. Anyway. So, but yeah. So, Jess Hall is going to be the cinematographer for the Fantastic Four. How do you guys feel about it based on what I just blathered about for a couple minutes? What you think? What you think? What you think? Excuse me, I had to make rude noises. T.O. Jones says, Werewolf by Night was my favorite out of this saga. Really good for the 45 minutes it was. We need more stuff like this. I'm gonna be honest. I still haven't watched that, but I have heard good things about it. I don't know why I haven't gotten around to it. I just haven't fucking gotten around to it. But yeah, I've heard it was really good. I've heard that a few of the characters could very easily uh move into a supernatural side of Marvel that they're very, very, very slowly starting to get into. Annoyingly slowly, frustratingly slowly. I mean, Blade was announced 5 years ago or more, for fuck's sake. But yeah, yeah, they are finally starting to dig into the supernatural side of Marvel. So Justin says, I have confidence in pretty much whatever move Marvel makes right now. Well, I mean, yeah, they're doing what needs to be done to give us that confidence again, finally. Unlike other franchises who shall remain nameless. And there's more than one. Or companies, I should say. Watch, bro, it's good, Tio says. I will. I will. But, yeah, I mean, like, we got executive vice presidents out there saying, yeah, it's been rough. We haven't, we're making changes that are needed. And this is Louis D'Esposito. Then you got Kevin going as far as he will ever go and saying, yeah, we done fucked up by, admitting they're back in an underdog position. And then you got Sean Levy, director of what is probably the most significant Marvel movie since Endgame, at least in terms of what it will mean to the franchise as a whole. And even he's like, yeah, the last few Marvel movies haven't, you'd have to be living under a rock to know the last few Marvel movies haven't set the world on fire the way they used to. I mean, bruh. And you got Winterbaum out there talking about improvements and stuff. So, I mean, yeah, they're giving us reason. Matter of fact, nope, never mind. But yeah, I mean, high level execs are talking about how, yeah, it hasn't been going as well as it should, and we're making moves and we're making changes. So, okay. Next up, we are actually going to jump over to the land of Marvel Comics because some dope news came out on that side of the Marvel overall universe, I suppose you could say. Turns out they in August they will be issuing or beginning to issue at least begin producing a 5-issue miniseries titled Wolverine Revenge. And this 5-issue miniseries is going to be written by one Jonathan Hickman and drawn by one Greg Capullo. Now, I freely admit I know very, very, very little about comics, but I have heard the name Greg Capullo. Obviously, I'm very familiar with the name Jonathan Hickman because I watch Josh, and he is a Hickman stan. Not that that's a bad thing, but he is. So yeah, I've become quite familiar with, at a minimum, his name and some of his work. Now, Capullo, I don't know that I've ever read anything he's drawn, but his reputation is massive in the industry. I do know that much. So I think that's a dope thing. I mean, those two being involved in it, on top of it being a Wolverine book, who is my favorite Marvel character of any run, of any type, of any group, it does not matter. He's not just my favorite mutant. He's not just my favorite X-Man. Although I suppose that'd be the same. I should probably start with X-Man. He's not my favorite X-Man. He's not my favorite mutant. He is my favorite Marvel character, period. And actually, he is my favorite comic book character, period. So, I think this is phenomenal news. And come August, I'm going to be like, God damn it, I wish I had money to buy this motherfucker. Brick says, oh, damn, yeah, Marvel Comics is doing well. Some of the stuff Josh has been saying about comics is pretty cool. Yeah, he's been gushing about Marvel Comics a lot lately. Evidently, they're doing some cool shit over there are getting into some cool stories and shit over there. T.O. Jones says, what do you think about Peach Momoko's Ultimate X-Men reboot? What direction do you think it's going in? Well, remember how just a little bit ago I was saying I don't know that much about the comics? The answer to that question falls under that category. I have no fucking clue, bro. I'm sorry, but I know nothing about Peach Momoko's Ultimate X-Men reboot. Like, I have a love for Marvel, but I do not have a deep knowledge of all the goings on. Like, I do not follow the comic side anywhere near as closely as I follow the entertainment side, so to speak. Marvel Studios. I follow Marvel Studios much more closely than I follow Marvel Comics, I guess is the best way to put it. I have love for both, but I definitely follow the studios much more than the comics. Brooks says, yeah, I love the Ultimate Spider-Man comic series, well, Volume 1, but I've heard the rest is pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, Josh was gushing about the way they started that. I think it's a cool concept. Peter Parker doesn't get bit till he's in his mid-30s and already married with 2 children. To Mary Jane. But yeah, I think that's a really cool-ass concept. Tio says, all good, man. I recommend it, bro. Well, all right. I will check that out because, I mean, it's X-Men. Wolverine's my favorite comic book character, but the X-Men are my favorite comic book team. Brooke says, Rob had a video on Cyclops going rogue and a whole arc on Cyclops getting the Phoenix powers. That shit was crazy. Yeah, he got the Phoenix Force and went very dark, killed Charles, and I believe killed other mutants, and just did a whole fucking lot of damage. Like, a lot of damage. Like, they had to, I'm pretty sure Marvel had to find very new and interesting ways to bring everyone back. I don't know if they had to work as hard as they had to bring everyone back after they did the Onslaught run, but, you know, they definitely had to do some tap dancing. Brooke says, I think there's an evil version of Mr. Fantastic in the Ultimate Spider-Man series. Yeah, that would be the Maker. Brooke says, speaking of Wolverine, I'm definitely getting the Wolverine game when it comes out. Yeah, I've seen a little bit out there about that. That does look sick. Now, I wonder, are they going to, in terms of the face, are they going to make it more comics? Are they going to make him look more like Hugh? Are they going to kind of blend it? Or are they going to kind of do like their own little thing with him? Well, I mean, while him still being very obviously Wolverine, will he look, even though we'd recognize him easily, still just slightly different again from what we've seen? If they do it well, that'd be fucking cool. But that's always the key. If you're going to fuck around and change stuff, you goddamn well better do it well. Or bad things happen. Okay. Ooh. All right. Got 3 more items on the agenda, all Marvel related. One's really quick, probably. One will take a minute, and then, of course, the main subject, which I thumbnailed about, the X-Men movie news. However, before we continue, my cup is empty, and my bladder is full. So, I must beg your indulgence for a couple 3 minutes while I go take care of business. So, please don't leave. It's going to be a fun stream when I come back, I promise. See you in a second. Come on, fucker. There we go. Couple 3 minutes while I go take care of business. So, please don't leave. It's going to be a fun stream when I come back, I promise. See you in a second. Come on, fucker. There we go. Hi there, people. I'm back. Oh, look, the viewer count hasn't dropped. How awesome. I appreciate that, everybody. I really, really do. I truly do. Let us get caught up with chat. Brooke says, speaking of Wolverine, I'm definitely getting the Wolverine game when it comes out. Brady dropped a green heart, so I assume he's agreeing with Jen. Or Chen. Brooke. Brooke Chen. Jesus fuck. I assume he's agreeing with Brooke. And then T.O. Jones says, Brooke Chen, game sounds lit. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I've seen a little bit of the previews for it, so it seems pretty dope. It definitely seems pretty dope. Okay, one little quick bit of business before we dip into the rest of the Marvel goodness that I have on deck here. While I was off screen, I went ahead and ate 40 milligrams of gummies. So, right around 11 o'clock or so, my time, it could start to get a little diamond loungy in this motherfucker. For those of you who are nerdvengers of at least 6 months' time, will know what I'm talking about. That's just kind of a, heads up / disclaimer / warning, whatever. I'm either going to get extraordinarily just dumb, or I'm going to start going down rabbit holes. It's going to be one, too. So, yeah, just want to let you guys know that. So, I mean, hell, the longer we go, the more entertaining it might get for you. You might end up enjoying the shit out of it. I may watch it back and go, God damn it, I might have to delete this motherfucker. Anyway. And I don't want to. So, we'll see. Any hoodles. Back to the Marvel goodness. Which one do I want to do first? Oh, yes. Let's get this one out of the way. There is, I'm going to say, rumor going around. I'm not going to, it's a rumor. Definitely would not call it a report. Gotta scratch my ankle. Sorry. Anyway, there's a rumor going around about the short list of directors for Spider-Man 4. And one of the names, or actually technically two of the names, it's a duo, is being rumored to be on the short list. This duo, I don't know why I did not write down their names. But this duo is best known, not that this is a great thing, for directing the Ms. Marvel show. And supposedly these two are on the short list to direct Spider-Man 4. I don't think it would be, too hard of a guess to know what I think. Right? I'm pretty sure you can guess how I feel about that. No fucking thank you is how I feel about that. No fucking thank you. That show was not done well enough by any stretch to warrant giving the most popular superhero on the entire fucking planet to give a movie about that person to the people who directed that show. They do not warrant it. Their talents do not warrant it. They shouldn't even be on the fucking short list. That's insane to me. I don't understand that. I mean, Ms. Marvel wasn't a bad show. Most of it was actually fairly entertaining. But it was not that well put together. Definitely not well executed enough to where they should be rewarded with fucking Spider-Man. Hell no. Hell no. So, yeah, that's it for that tidbit. It's just those two are on the short list, and I don't fucking like it. and they better not get the goddamn job. What do you all think, though, chat? How many of you even watched Ms. Marvel to have an idea of the talent level of these guys? I mean, that's the first question. And then the second question is, do you think they did a good enough job to warrant getting a fucking Spider-Man movie? What say you, chat? How many of you even watched Ms. Marvel to have an idea of the talent level of these guys? I mean, that's the first question. What do you think about the potentiality of the directors of the Ms. Marvel show getting to helm Spider-Man 4? I'm going to keep white boy dancing until you motherfuckers start participating in the chat, just so you know. There we go. I knew that would work. Brooke says, Ms. Marvel is alright. I enjoyed it, but it doesn't really need a second season. Also, letting the directors of Ms. Marvel helm Spider-Man 4 is a risk. There we go. Let them direct maybe some more low-profile projects first. You know what? That's fair. Like I said, I didn't think Ms. Marvel was bad. But it doesn't really need a second season. I would definitely hire them again to direct stuff. Letting the directors of Ms. Marvel helm Spider-Man 4. But definitely not something on that level of Spider-Man. Like, please. You know what? That's fair. Lotus, what's going on, man? Welcome in. And he comes in. Comes in hot, saying Spider-Man 4 going to be a teen drama movie now. LOL. Why would you even put that into the universe, Lotus? Come on, man. Dude, I love you. I'm glad you're here. Welcome in. Thanks for popping in. But Jesus Christ, why would you put that in the universe? It's like a teen drama movie now. Who is it? Fucking Roka. Why would you even put that into talking about Sigourney Weaver potentially coming into the Mandalorian and Grogu movie? That motherfucker keeps putting into the universe her being cast as Pelimoto's mom. Like, what the fuck, dude? What is wrong with you? Who is it? So yeah, no, please no teen drama Spider-Man 4. Why would you put that out there? Now, actually, the new animated Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, probably is going to be close to a teen drama show, because it's him still at 15, 16, going through, his usual high school shit while being Spider-Man. So that one actually could have a fair bit of teen drama feel to it. But sweet Jesus, not Spider-Man 4. You stop that. Theo Jones says, man, they desperate to push a Spidey movie. That's what it smells like to me. Oh, Sony is so desperate to push a Spidey movie. Kevin did not want it out this fast. He didn't want it out till 26. Feige did. However, he also wanted it really, really grounded. And Sony wanted it multiverse, like he wanted it grounded and to take time with it. Sony wanted it all kinds of multiverse because they, they still have a massive hard-on about No Way Home. However, he also wanted it really, really grounded. Oops. Wait, is that unmuted? Oh, that's why. There, fix that. Sorry, Lotus. There we go. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, yeah. No, Sony is definitely desperate. They want a huge movie, and they want it out fucking fast. Feige wants the smarter thing, which is a grounded Spider-Man, especially based on the way No Way Home ended, with no one knowing that he's Spider-Man, actually really no one knowing him. And, finally out and about with his homemade suit and shit. No more Stark Tech suits. That's what we want. And that's what Feige wanted to give us. And he wanted to take his time to make sure he gave it to us good. Pause. But of course, Sony's like, fuck that. We want more Andrew Toby humongous multiversal shit, and we want it next fucking year. Actually, at the end of 23, but we want it in 25. This is when the fight first started. So, what we have now is a compromise. We're going to have it mostly grounded in a little bit, only a little bit of multiverse. So that one, Kevin basically won. However, they're still going to pump that bitch out next year. So Sony won that part. But yeah, no, there's so far as Sony goes, you're absolutely right, T.O. They are desperate. They stink of desperation. Theo also says Spider-Man should be Peter going through some psychological and physical pain. Shoot, put Tombstone in this in the symbiote. Well, T.O., you'll be happy to know that there's some rumors going around that are being repeated by reasonably accurate sources that the bit of symbiote left behind at that tropical bar at the end of was that at the end of No Way Home? I think that was I think that was an after credit scene for No Way Home, post credit, whatever. And evidently that little chunk of symbiote that got left here in the 616 before What's His Fuzz faded back to his own original Venom universe over at Sony. Evidently that motherfucker is going to come into play in Spider-Man 4. So it is possible, I may even say likely, that you will get your wish, at least in regards to the symbiote. Thanks to my wife, I recently discovered these little treasures. 87 cents a bottle. 33.8 fluid ounces. Caffeine-free, which is kind of a bummer. Sugar-free, which is dope because I'm tubby. And the flavor is strong and they're carbonated, but it's not seltzer water. It's sparkling water. There is a difference. I fucking hate seltzer water. This shit is dope. Like, I've been drinking the shit out of this lately. So if you happen to have a Meijer near you, check it out. It's delicious and really inexpensive. All right, no more free advertising for anybody. God damn it. All right. Any further thoughts on the Ms. Marvel directors being on the short list for Spider-Man 4 as directors? Oh, yeah, we'll do that one next. Anything else, chat? Yes, no, maybe so. Brady says, I drink an orange and cream sparkling water almost every day. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the orange cream popsicle ice cream treat flavor. Orange creamsicle flavor is the bomb. Tio says, my final thought is that they want to fail. Well, if the they you're referring to is Sony, based on their recent history, outside of the Spider-Verse animated features, it would seem you're correct. Because they are doing dumb shit over there. But the ironic part is that's only the Marvel section of Sony Studios. The rest of Sony Studios is kicking ass. Like, Marvel's the only spot on Sony Studio, is the only blemish on the Sony Studios resume. Yep. Okay. This next little bit of news is definitely more businessy than nerdy, but it is fairly relevant to how we will be consuming our Marvel content going forward. Before we get into that, though, Brooke says, oh, yeah, is the third Spider-Verse film supposed to come out next year? Pretty hyped for that. Not to pour salt in Justin's Sony wounds, but I think it's going to be 26. Now, I'm not 100. They could end up getting it out like late next year, maybe, but my thought, this is not a report, my thought is that it ain't coming out till 26. So, now, Marvel Studios, as part of their overhaul and turning shit around, I know, buddy, I know. Blame Brooke, he fucking brought it up, okay? I wasn't going to talk about that. Brooke asked. Sorry, Brooke, I'm throwing you under the bus. But, yeah, enjoy your time under the tires. Okay, so Marvel Studios has done some rearranging inside on their internal structure. This is as part of their... Justin says I'm willing to say 27. I mean, I understand why. I really do. Like, I have very little... Like, I'm not afraid of the quality of Beyond the Spider-Verse, mind you, because Lord and Miller have been just killing it with those. But I am very suspect of Sony's ability to make sure that gets done in a timely manner. Actually, I'm very much suspect of Sony's ability to time anything appropriately at this point. So there's that. All right. Marvel Studios reorganizing a bit into some new divisions. They are as follows. And after I list these, I will let you know why I think this is actually really dope and why I think it will improve things a lot going forward. But before I can say why, we all need to know what. So, the new structure is as follows. If it comes out under Marvel Studios, it's a movie. That's it. That's all they're doing. Marvel Studios, as a label, as a brand, is only going to be handling the movies. Okay? Marvel Television will be handling the shows that tie in heavily to what's happening in the movies. So, if it says Marvel Television, we are to expect it to be heavily connected to the movies that came before it and the ones that will come after it. Okay? Now, inside Marvel Television is another little subsection called Marvel Spotlight. Now, Marvel Spotlight is supposed to delineate the shows that either barely tie in to the movies or don't tie into them whatsoever. Like, for example, I believe it's Wonder Man is now going to be the first release under the Marvel Spotlight. So they're basically telling us from jump, we're putting this out here to entertain you, but if you're only interested in shit that is tied to the overarching phase at the time, then you don't really need to watch it. Basically, Marvel Spotlight is for those that love anything with a Marvel sticker on it. Pretty much. Like the shows... I mean, you could almost say that Marvel Television are the shows that matter and Marvel Spotlight are the shows that don't. I mean, at least in terms of, what phase we're in at the time. So, But those are two brands that are going to be coming out of Marvel Television. And then the third division, because I say third because Spotlight comes from inside Marvel TV, is Marvel Animation. Now, what is now the new Marvel Animation division, or slightly reorganized, is how we got X-Men 97. They are the ones that are providing us with Spider-Man Freshman Year. Or Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, sorry. Freshman Year was the original title. So, good way to get out the blocks, bro. But yeah. Now, in regards to how well the animated side is going to tie in to the live action side, it won't. Like Bo has already iterated on Twitter, he was told that Marvel Animation is its own separate tree. There's the tree with the MCU multiverse we saw at the end of Loki Season 2. That's that tree. Evidently, Marvel Animation is not a branch on that tree. It's its own complete separate tree. No connection whatsoever. It was described in what I saw as animation is a free-for-all. They can fuck around with whatever they want to in the timeline, obviously, while still paying respect to the source material, as X-Men 97 did. But, what they do is not required to, nor will it even be tied to the MCU at large. It is meant to be its own separate entity for the animation department to play with, without having to worry about fitting in to what's happening in the live action. Now, why is this a good thing? Well, first of all, breaking things down like that out from under everything being Marvel Studios, is you can now hire specialists in each to run and handle things in each division. Like, we already know Marvel Studios, at least for phases 1 through 3, we know they know how to put out banger movies, right? So, I mean, that's cool that now that division will literally only be concentrating on movies. TV is not their problem, whether it be live action or animation. Just movies. That will be their focus. That's awesome. And that's going to be the case down the line for television and animation. Everyone is going to have their own people that specialize in that medium. Like Marvel Television is going to be hiring actual real showrunners now. They're not just going to have movie people make a television show. They're going to have television people making the television shows, regardless of whether they're under Marvel Television or Marvel Spotlight. It's going to be TV people making TV, not movie people making TV. And that starts like executives down to the showrunners, down to the writers. And again, same with animation. It's only going to be animators and whatnot fucking around in animation. They're not going to... And since animation is its own tree, they're not going to have to worry about anything the live action people do. They can just sit off in their own little writer's room or groups of writer's rooms and decide what they want to adapt and how they want to adapt it and what order they want to adapt it, and then they just fucking do it. They ain't got to ask anybody else. The only thing they got to clear is like, story beats and themes and shit. Insofar as how they handle the timeline, they have carte blanche. Which is fine. Like, I have no problem with the animation being completely separate from the live action MCU. Actually, I kind of prefer it. Like, once we all love the interconnectivity of the MCU. That's what got us into it, is the way phases 1 through 3 wove together and then culminated in Infinity War and Infinity War and Endgame. we love that shit. But the more you add to it, the more annoying it's going to get. So they're going to have, even with this new division of labor, they're still going to have a hard enough time incorporating the Marvel television branded shows with the Marvel Studios movies. I mean, that's going to be difficult enough. You want to start tying in the animated universe to that too? Fuck, it's going to get messy as hell. So I am totally fine with animation being in its own little corner. And plus, I think it's dope that they're going to have that kind of freedom to give us different stories. You know, especially if they're all done as well as X-Men 97, bruh. So that's the new corporate structure of Marvel Studios. That's how they're going to handle their business going forward. And that's why I think it's a fucking awesome thing that they are doing it this way. Now, as usual, what say you, chat? Give me your thoughts. Let me know how you feel about that shit. Go Power Rangers. Oop. T.O., are you my 189th subscriber? Because I started the stream with 188. If you are, thank you so much. Welcome to the basement. I hope you have fun. Like I said, I know it's kind of businessy, but I think it's going to be highly impactful on the quality of everything Marvel puts out going forward. So that's why I'm excited about it. Despite the fact that it's like, you know, not a scoop or a rumor about what we're going to see. It's still very, very pertinent to what we're going to see. You know what I'm saying? So one more time. Thoughts. Excuse me. Like I said, it's sparkling water. Carbonation, baby. You know, thoughts, feelings, concerns, comments, questions. Throw it into the chat. Also, has everyone that's been through here hit the like? It kind of looks like it. But it might not be. Brooke says, doesn't make too much of a difference to me, to be honest. I usually try to catch up on all the Marvel live-action shows regardless. I mean, yeah, that's totally fair. Like I said, I'm just... The reason I think it's dope is because you're going to have people working on projects that, like, they actually have the experience to be doing the job. They have the knowledge to be doing that job. You know, it used to be movie people making Marvel television shows. Now it's going to be television people making Marvel television shows. Like people that have been doing TV. Some of them, that's all they've ever fucking done. Like, I'm talking about that kind of stuff. I mean, moves like that, and why I love these moves, is because it can only result in an increase in quality. You know, TV people doing TV. Much better chance of good quality shows than movie people doing TV. Yeah? Or much better chance of having a quality movie with movie people doing the movie and not TV people doing the movie. And yeah, please God, if you can't draw, stay the fuck out of animation. I mean, that one's kind of a given that already had its own specialist anyway. However, there is a difference in writing a story for an animated project than it is for a live action project. So, I mean, there are more animation specialists than just the ones that make it look good. So, Oh, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm like, maybe I'm the only one that gets excited about like really good business decisions. But I like it. I like it a lot. Sorry if I bored you with my business, with my little business section there. God damn it, this mustache is out of control. Okay. Are you ready? Oh, wait. Haha. Thought I was to the big ship, but one more little one. It has been announced that the Vision show, we have no title, it's just a Vision show for now, will be coming out in 2026. And it will be showrun. That's a TV thing, going off what we were just talking about. The showrunner is Terry Matalas. Now, if you are a Star Trek fan who watched Picard, then you know who Terry Matalas is. Terry Matalas is the one that took over Picard in Season 3 as showrunner from Alex Kurtzman and basically saved the show. Season 3 was the most popular season of Picard by far. It was basically a Star Trek The Next Generation reunion season, which was dope. And it wasn't just dope for the nostalgia. It was well written. It was pretty well executed. I mean, it was overall just good. And that was down to Terry Matalas. Not that he wrote the show, but as showrunner, he made sure the writing was tight. You know what I mean? So, this is actually a really good steal by Marvel from Paramount. Like, Picard Season 3 has made me a big Matalas fan because it was just goddamn awesome. So, regardless of how necessary I feel a Vision show may be at this point in time, and I don't really think it's necessary, be that as it may, we're getting it, and since we're getting it, having a showrunner of that caliber on it is really fucking dope, and gives me a little bit of hope that this is yet another example of the new Marvel mentality coming into play, and that the show will actually be good. I actually have hope for that now because of everything we've all been talking about together for the last few weeks. All the moves that are being made, all the things that are being said. You know, I am nowhere near as skeptical of the Vision show's quality as I once would have been. I am still highly skeptical about its necessity at this point in time. Like, I don't really think this show needs to be made. But since they're making it, I am fucking glad they got Terry Matalas to showrun. That dude, at least for me, is badass. Have you anything to say about the Vision show, the showrunner, now that I have given you a bit of insight into who he is? Or, you know, anything having to do with that, the Vision show or Terry Matalas? Anybody? God damn it, I'm itchy right now. Anybody? I mean, I won't blame you if you don't give a shit about the Vision show. I mean, until this news came out, I didn't give a shit about the Vision show. I still don't think it needs to be made, but I'm definitely a big Terry Matalas fan, so I'm definitely a lot more interested in the show's existence now that it is going to exist. Okay. We are now time. Jesus fuck. 1 second. Nope, can't use the gummies as an excuse on that one. I just fucking couldn't talk right. Brooke says, I liked WandaVision show for the most part. Would be cool to see more of Vision if the show is done right. I mean, yes. I'm not saying it wouldn't be cool to see Vision. Like, I like Vision as a character. I think a well-done Vision show would be dope, and I would enjoy watching it. I just think with all the shit they have going on, and with Feige, for whatever reason, being fucking determined to get Avengers 5 and Avengers Secret Wars out in 26 and 27 they're currently scheduled for, he does not want to push shit anymore. And if he does not want to push shit, I don't know why they're making all this other shit when they could very easily be I mean, yes, Marvel Television is now separate from Marvel Studios. However, they all draw from the same bank account in the end. And right now, I think it would be much more prudent of them to use the resources that they're going to be putting in this Vision show into making sure the multiverse saga ends way better than it began. And I don't really know how a Vision show would help with that. You know? Like, there's no necessity for that show to happen now. To me, that's something you tackle after the soft reboot. Like, most of the shit they're going to be putting out in the next 2 years, at least on Disney Plus, is shit that really should be waiting till after the reboot. But we're getting it. So if we're getting it, the ones that aren't already made, I have hope for. The ones that were made under Phase 4 and first half of Phase 5 mentality, which are the next few that we're going to see, I'm basically, in terms of those, just like, I hope I don't hate them too much. Like, I would be thrilled if they're average. So, yeah, the idea of a Vision show is dope. Like, I would love to see what comes next with White Vision or Ghost Vision or whatever the fuck they're going to call them. Like, I've wanted to since the end of WandaVision. I want to know what happened to him, with him, what have you. And again, big Terry Matalas fan. The dude knows how to run a fucking TV show. So, you know, that also gives me hope for that show. I just don't think making that show now is the best use of their resources. Okay. We are on to the main topic, the thumbnail topic. The X-Men movie got some huge news announced. And that is, they found themselves a screenwriter. And that screenwriter's name is Michael Leslie. Now, what do we know about Michael Leslie? I'll tell you not that much. But we are damn sure, God damn it, as soon as I learn how to type, check this shit out. Now, the reason I'm doing all this on the fly typing and stuff is because while my computer is capable of handling having a lot of windows up, currently my internet is not. So if I have too many windows up while I'm streaming, things get weird and not in a good way. They slow down, it gets all jerky, you guys start getting the spinny. You know, it's just a bad thing. So I am not keeping as many windows up until fucking Xfinity figures out what the hell's going on and gets my speeds back up to where they're fucking supposed to be. I have to do things this way. So my apologies. It's fucking Xfinity's fault. Anyway. Where's your IMDb? Here we go. Whoop. All right. Which? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. All right, so who is this Michael Leslie fella? Is this a good choice? Is this a bad choice? Well, let's see. Born in 84 in the UK, so he's 9 years younger than I am. Fuck him. He only just turned 40. Writer and producer, known for Macbeth, the 2015 Fassbender version. Assassin's Creed 2016. Yeah, mixed results on that one. And The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Now that, I understand, was very well received. Also, The Rescue. I heard very good things about Macbeth. What else do we got? Macbeth, Eleanor, Skirt. Okay, so yeah, mostly Macbeth, Assassin's Creed, and The Hunger Games are his, you know, I guess in The Rescue, whatever the fuck that is. Does anybody know what the hell The Rescue is? What the fuck is The Rescue? Let's see. It says from 2021. How is that 3-year-old movie? I don't know what the fuck it is. What the hell is this shit? Oh, it's a National Geographic documentary. Okay. A chronicle of the enthralling against all odds story that transfixed the world in 2018. The daring rescue of 12 boys and their coach from deep inside a flooded cave in northern Thailand. Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard good things about this too, actually. All right. All right. So, yeah, he's been working. 2005, 7, 11, 12, 15, 15 again, 16, 18, 23. So, that is Michael Leslie. Is he a sexy, wow, mind-blowing type of hire? Nope. No, he is not. However, I do agree with what Josh said on his stream yesterday. And that is, this is a solid hire. And I also agree with him that is a damn good thing. A lot of Phase 4 was Marvel going after the new hot young writer. And then, unfortunately, leaving them to their own devices. We saw how that turned out. 'Twasn't good. 'Twasn't good at all. So, just in terms of, well, number one, in terms of someone that's actually been in the industry and been working and isn't some young, new, fairly unproven hotshot, good thing. Someone who has worked in big IP before, i.e. Hunger Games. That's a good thing. The fact that said large IP movie was well received, good thing. Yeah, so this is just a solid hire, a non-flashy, non-sexy, non-holy fuck hire. At this point in time is exactly what they fucking need, bro. At least in my opinion. They need someone with solid credentials, which he has. Someone who's kept busy, which he has. So he's got experience along with having a reasonable amount of success. So, he's proven, he's hardworking. That's what you need right now in the Marvel system. Someone that not only knows what they're doing, but is not going to fuck around about doing it. He'll write and rewrite the scripts if he has to. So I like this hire for Spider-Man 4. And that also tells me that since he had literally the flashiest thing he's written is that Hunger Games movie, which, while pretty cool visually, is still not massive in scale and scope, Not like the Fantastic Four is going to be once they get into outer space. You get cosmic, that's when you're talking huge. That's why Infinity War and Endgame were huge, because there's a lot of cosmic shit happening in those movies, right? Excuse me. So, need to drink water. So the fact that the biggest thing he's done to date is the most recent Hunger Games feature, that tells me that this movie, Spider-Man 4, is definitely going to be leaning much more heavily towards being grounded. Now, there's no way there's not going to be any multiverse shit in it because Sony. But hiring this kind of writer screams pretty grounded to me. And I like that too. So, again, not a holy shit pick, not a sexy pick, but a fucking solid ass worker that's trustworthy. And while not having handled an IP quite as big as Marvel, the Hunger Games ain't that small. So, I like it. I think that, and why I think that's huge news, again, I agree with Josh. Having a writer like this goes a long way, number one, towards reassuring those of us who wanted a mostly grounded movie, we're going to get that. And number two, someone who will work well enough within the system to where the movie will basically have Feige's vision, because Feige is going old school Feige, and he has now got his hands back up everybody's ass. So, I think this is huge because he's the exact perfect writer for this project. As long as he educates himself on MCU and Spider-Man lore in the meantime. There's that little caveat. Assuming he doesn't already know stuff. Who knows? He might already have been loving him and Spider-Man for years. I don't know that. It's a chance, though. I mean, Spider-Man is the most popular fucking comic book character in the entire planet, and it's been that way for not a short amount of time. So it's possible. I mean, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find someone who didn't know at least a little about Spider-Man, and it's entirely possible that this guy knows more than a little about Spider-Man, which would only add to the less than obvious hugeness of this hire. But it is huge. This is a big hire, and this is a good hire. But that is how I feel about it. Tell me your thoughts, chat. This is Spider-Man fucking 4 we're talking about here. Like, I don't know about y'all, but at least for me, this is the movie I care about most coming out next year. Care about it more than Cap 4. Definitely care about it more than Thunderbolts. And I care about it more than Fantastic Four. And I think this is a really good hire for what we want that movie to be. What do y'all think, though? Do you agree? Do you disagree? If you do disagree, why do you disagree? Let's chat, baby. What do y'all think, though? Do you agree? Do you disagree? If you do disagree, why do you disagree? Justin, I know you got to have some kind of opinion on it if you're still in here. I mean, look at your avatar, bruh. I know it's a Miles thing more than a Peter thing, which is totally cool. I love me some Miles Morales as well. Thank you, Lord and Miller, for that. Appreciate that greatly, guys. But, you know, it's fucking Spider-Man, bro. You love that character. You gotta have thoughts. I mean, like I said, he's the most popular comic book character in the globe. Everybody's got thoughts. I've got more. C-Dub. Damn game, Mavs came back and won it. Kyrie looked like Cavs Kyrie when he played with Bron. Him and Luka are going to be a problem. Yes. Mavs are playing the Nugs, right? Out west? For this Western Conference Finals, yeah? Correct me if I'm wrong. And if I'm not wrong, I have to admit I thought this was going to be the Nuggets going back to the championship before this series started. That was my thought. Timberwolves, okay. Yeah, I think I expected the Mavs to win this one. They've been playing out of their fucking minds from what I've seen. Like, I haven't been, like, watching, but I've been following on the ESPN and stuff, so. Oh, yeah, that's right. Wasn't it a... oh, that's right. The Mavs already knocked out the Nugs, right? Right? It wasn't the Wolves. It was the Mavs that did knock the Nugs off last round. Yeah, I'm following, but not super closely. I'll probably watch some of the finals, though. Like, I do not watch a shit ton of basketball, but I generally tend to tune in for championships. Generally. But yeah, football is my jam. If you've been around at least since last September, or even January. You'll know that. You'll know I love my Lions and the game of football in general. Wolves knocked out the Nuggets in 7. Oh, god damn it. I can't keep anything straight anymore. Yeah, that was a big upset. I'm right about that. Mavs beat the Thunder. Okay. I had it backwards. All right. Okay, Thunder wasn't expected to win that series, were they? I don't think. I know the Nuggets were expected to win. I expected them to win. All right, so I'm going to assume no one has any Spider-Man thoughts, but I'm down to talk sports balls. I may not follow all the sports as deeply as I used to, but I still love the sports balls. Oops. Dub says, I like Ant-Man on the Wolves a lot. OKC was the #1 seed. Mavs are 5. Oh yes. I've been hearing a lot about it. I've been seeing a ton about Ant-Man on the TwitX. Evidently, he was a very large part of the reason the Wolves were able to end up winning that series. Like, he was going off. I heard people talking like MJ and shit. Or saw, I should say. I saw people talking like MJ stuff about him and shit. I'm like, what? Hold on. I mean, skipping right to MJ? Like, right past the Mamba? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? How you just gonna bypass Kobe like he wasn't even fucking there? And just go right to MJ? That's some bullshit. Much as as a Pistons fan, I fucking hate the Lakers, there is no denying the magnificence of Kobe Bryant. That's just undeniable. Doesn't matter how you feel about the Lakers. Love them, hate them. Don't give a fuck. Like, Kobe was him. Kobe was fucking him. So, wait. Kobe is really, really him. Dub says, people think Jordan is Ant-Man's dad. Seriously, it's a big rumor. Let's see. Let me do a little thing here. Just for shits and giggles, because I think this will actually be fun. Okay. Then let's do this. What's his full name real quick? I only remember the Ant-Man. It's Antonio what? Come on, Dub. We're going to have a little fun with this. I need your help, though. Well, maybe I just do this. Antonio Timberwolves. That'll... Whoops. If I can fucking type. Anthony. Oh, it's Anthony Edwards. Okay. Antonio. I'm a dipshit. Edwards doesn't know who his father is. That's a shame. Okay. Do this. And then we do this. That's just horrible. Let's click on that one. Okay. All right. You know what? I need a more recent picture of this motherfucker. Actually, no. I probably want a younger one. Let's go with this one. Yeah, that's a good one. A couple good ones below there. Okay. So let's see what we got here, shall we? Here's Big Mike. Let me All right, so here's Big Mike. Got a couple other, some other older picture or more recent pictures. I think this one's more recent than this one. See what else we got? Ooh. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. Although, you know what? A younger picture would be really what we want anyway, right? Come on, bro. You can do better than this. Ooh. Getting closer. Nope. 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 Definitely not. Nope. Nope. All right, you know what? Let's shortcut this shit. We're going to shortcut this bullshit because I'm tired of clicking. There we go. Well, bam. That's the one. Okay. Young Michael Jordan. Not too long in the NBA. Okay. Anthony Edwards. I don't think he's been in the NBA that long. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, C-Dub. Jordan. Edwards. Jordan. Edwards. What do you think? One more again? Yeah, one more again. Jordan. Oops, wrong one. Jordan. Edwards. What do y'all think, chat? Close some of these down before it starts swirling again, motherfucker. Goddamn fucking Xfinity. Okay. C-Dub says, yeah, he even shoots like MJ. Their videos side by side. Okay. Let me, let me take the against side for a second, okay? I have no idea, but just for shits and giggles. Let me poke holes in the theory of Jordan being his father. Number one, I mean, I will be giving caveats too, just so you know. But first of all, if Jordan is his dad, he must look like his mama. Because he did not get Michael's face at all. Like that, that's a no. That's a hard no. If we're going just based on face, Not saying that means he's not. Like I said, he could just look like his mom. That happens quite often. Sons will end up looking like their mothers. Didn't happen to me, but it does happen, and it's not rare. So, as for similarities in their games, and it's not just even the video you're talking about where he shoots, just in general, like ball handling, movement, shooting, what have you, right? Again, I'm not saying he's not MJ's kid, right? He fucking could be. I mean, let's face it. MJ was MJ, humongous basketball star. I mean, obviously, it's not known if he was as prolific as, say, like Dr. J or anything, but, he was slanging dick. Okay, let's just put it that way. He was slanging dick like it was drugs. And it's entirely possible that Mr. Edwards was the result of one of those slangs. But in terms of his ability to play like MJ, If you are athletically gifted enough, you can practice that. Like, he could just be athletically gifted enough to mimic MJ by studying him since his youth, which is highly likely, you know? I mean, who the hell growing up doesn't study Michael Jordan's game? I mean, those of us who are living while he was, young, while he was, he himself was still young. Like, what he was doing with the Bulls when I was in high school and shit was just like, holy fuck. Like, everyone wanted to know how MJ played and try and emulate it, right? So, and there's been no reason for that to change since then. So, that could just be a combination of study and, like, insane athletic ability. But that's just could be. It could also be, genetically imprinted instincts from the sperm of one Michael Jordan. I'm just saying, stronger evidence is necessary, is all I'll say about that. For those reasons. I'll just say all that means is stronger evidence is necessary. I am not discounting either possibility, because there isn't enough evidence to either support or discount either possibility. At least nothing that's easily debunked, I guess, for lack of a better word. So, yeah. Could be. Might be, might not be. The only one who probably really knows is Mom. And evidently she ain't talking to the press, to her kid, nobody. I mean, assuming she's still alive. I honestly do not know what his family situation is. But I mean, I think I can safely go as so far to say that it's statistically unlikely that he is Michael Jordan's son, even despite the fact that, Jordan had some slud in him. But even though the similarities in the game could be, like I said, just because of athletic prowess and a lot of practice, while it's less likely, there's also no reason that it's not the genetic influence of one Michael Jordan's semen. So there's that. Well, that was fun. Anything else anybody wants to bring up? Because if not, I'm going to get out of here, because now I am pretty sure those fucking gummies are kicking in. And I'm going to go enjoy them. Unless we have more to talk about. And I will happily sit here. Remember to belch off mic as much as I can. And get down to some chit-chat. Because that's what hanging out in the basement is all about. Just shooting the shit. Does anybody want to toss a poop pigeon up in the air for us to shoot? Yeah, that was a lame reference. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Those THC drinks kick in really fast. See, I haven't tried one of those yet. I want to. I just keep forgetting about them. Most of the time I head to the dispo. I'm just, I'm a flower guy, right? Like, that's what I'm going to get primarily. If I'm not going to get, like, bags, though, I'm going to get pre-rolls or some shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. I dab, too. I like me some dabs, but, like, push comes to shove, you lay out various forms of weed in front of me, I'm inevitably going to start with the flower. I love smoking a joint. But I do need to try one of those THC drinks. Especially if they don't take as long as gummies. What's the average milligrammage on one of those, Dub? Do you know? Because, oh, you just smoke? Yeah. Because I ingested 40 milligrams of gummy, so. Which is, for me, not a high amount. No pun intended. I mean, don't get me wrong. It does the job. I get nice and toasty, but, it doesn't get me, like, over the top high to the point where I'm just like, okay, I need to go to fucking bed now. This sucks. But, I'm just moving. Life is moving along good. In that case. 15 minutes tops for the THC drink. Ooh. Or maybe 10. Oh, milligrams? Okay. All right. So I would have to drink 4 of those to equal what I just ate when I came back from break. You honestly don't know? Okay. That's cool, though. I mean, I can look that shit up myself. I mean, if you knew, cool. You don't, also cool. You're most definitely not required to be my fucking reference material. I mean, there's no way in hell I could look at you like that. That'd be narcissistic as fuck is what that would be. Holy shit. Fuck no. It's completely the opposite with all of you. I am grateful that you guys are here. Who the fuck would I be talking to if you guys weren't here? You can get them in varying milligrams. Cool. I mean, just because I stick my face on YouTube doesn't mean anyone's going to come watch it. The fact that you guys do, and most of you on a regular basis, is fucking awesome. And I am fucking grateful. So, I might give you shit in a jokey way, but I fucking love you guys. You guys support my little dinky-ass channel, and that's just awesome. Because there are so many other creators out there that are bigger and probably more entertaining than I, that you could be devoting your time to. And you choose to come to the basement and hang out with me. That's the shit. That's you guys being the shit, is what that is. So, all right. I'm a dip. With that, I'm a dip. Because that also means now I don't have to say it again. I mean, you guys know I love you. You guys know I am very thankful for you. I say it all the goddamn time. Hopefully not to the point of being cringe. I apologize if I go, get to there. But it's the truth nonetheless. But, yeah. Time to go bye-bye and enjoy my gummies. And, one mo again. If you did not hit the like on the way in, whether you're watching, whether you've been watching live or have made it this far on the replay, and thank you if you have done that. You get the same amount of gratitude as everybody else. Hit the like on your way out. When you're done watching, hit the like. You hit the like on your way out too. And if you have not yet done so, please also hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. The subscribe button lets YouTube know that they should promote me. And the notification bell lets you know when I do stuff. So, it's a win-win. You win and I win. Same thing with the likes. Same thing with participating in chat live and with comments on the replay. So, I appreciate you guys active in the chat here live, and those of you who have watched the entire replay, please leave some comments. It'll help the channel. And it'll help us interact because I love engaging with you guys. So, all that being said, hope you had a good time. I did. Hanging out with y'all is some of the biggest fun I have. So, one mo again, thank you for being here. Hope you had a good time. Hope you had a good talk. And we'll see you Saturday. Aight? Peace. Much love. Hanging out with y'all is some of the biggest fun I have. So, one more again. Thank you for being here. Hope you had a good time. Hope you had a good talk. And we'll see you Saturday. Right? Peace. Much love. All right. One more thing before I go. Fuck you, Disney. I gave you nothing to copyright strike me with this week. Fuck you, lick balls, sweaty donkey balls, and get fucked by horsecock. There will be no copyright striking me this time. Sons of bitches. Okay, that's it now. Hope you guys had as good a time as I did. Hope to see y'all again on Saturday. Have a good rest of your week. Much love. By horsecock. There will be no copyright striking me this time.